Yeah, hi there. These comments are for MB, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT. And let's take a look at your essay that you wrote here, and I'm also going to give you a score. So first of all, I'm going to take a word count right now. So you're 227 words at this point, and let's take a look at some of your body paragraphs. So your first body paragraph, 56 words. My recommendation is I'd like you to get closer to 100 words on these body paragraphs. So then you have this paragraph, 36 words, not going to be very good. It's hard to get a high score here if you don't really develop your ideas. Now remember, the TOEFL, it allows 30 minutes for this kind of writing task. I gave you almost twice that time. I gave you about 60 minutes, maybe 50 minutes or so, so at least 20 minutes more than what the TOEFL allows you. So you have to be able to show that you can develop ideas a little bit more. So let's look at your introduction first. And we got 82 words. It's not not bad. Now, because I can't do the whole essay, I want to show you some changes you can make to at least 2 of your paragraphs. And that'll give you an idea of what you can do with your writing. Okay, let's take a look at your first paragraph. Have you ever lived with, we'll put a roommate, so you have your hook. Instead, there are, I'm going to just reduce those 2 words. Say, some people like to live, some people like to share a house with others. And we can combine these 2 sentences together in order to save money and use English with people who aren't from their countries. For example, if you live with someone who is from China, we want to say is because someone is singular. You will practice your English, share food. And I'm going to put here a different word. I'm going to put learn and learn about cultures. Everyone has qualities. If you put the word that, there's no reason to say them. Because them means qualities, that means qualities. That's unnecessary. So you want to study adjective clauses. Go to adjective clauses in your grammar book to learn more about how to use those and to avoid unnecessary repetition of pronouns. See, in my view, cleanliness, honesty, and kindness are some of the most important qualities of a good roommate. Now the problem is, you talked about cleanliness and honesty, but you did not talk about kindness. So it's okay if you talk about 2 points. I don't have any problems with that. So in my view, cleanliness and honesty are some of the most important qualities of a good roommate. So if you do that, then this paragraph kind of matches what's happening in the body paragraphs of your essay. Okay, let's take a look at your second paragraph. We got to do more than this, I'm telling you. We have to develop your ideas more. You need more precise language. So this is, cleanliness is important. I'm going to say important quality in a good roommate. Now you say everyone wants to have a roommate who is clean. But you've already said that. So once you state your topic sentence, at that point you need to get more specific. So this sentence needs to be more specific than the ones before. So that way you're not just repeating yourself. Who vacuums the carpet? We'll say maintains clean bathrooms. Everyone wants to have a roommate who vacuums the carpet, maintains clean bathrooms. Keeps the common living spaces sanitary and orderly. Now, do you see what I did here? What you did is you had a sentence which is very general. Cleanliness is an important quality in a good roommate. Then you said everyone wants to have a roommate who is clean. You're still on that same level. You're not getting any deeper than what you did. So I'm showing you how you can make that second sentence more specific than the first. Okay, so you got everyone wants to have a roommate who vacuums the carpet, maintains clean bathrooms, and keeps the common living spaces sanitary and orderly. All right, so this sentence is a little more specific than the one before. So then here, you say, for instance, if your roommate eats a hamburger and French fries. Now, I'm going to say instead of food, a hamburger and French fries. Why do you think I'm doing that? Because you're in the middle of the paragraph now. You want to be very precise in the language you're using. So if your roommate eats a hamburger and French fries and leaves the uneaten food and used wrappers on the table, instead of saying insects, ants and flies, I'm going to say the word invade your home to eat we'll say, how about feast? Feast on the you can say pretty soon. Then I'm going to say these insects will find their way into your pantry to eat your sugar, cereal, and other sweetened packaged foods. Okay, so it says pretty soon these insects will find their way into your pantry to eat your sugar, cereal, and other sweetened packaged foods. You might say thereby creating unsanitary conditions. You might say, in fact, because of all the bacteria, show cause-effect here, use a cause-effect connector, because of all the bacteria and the germs from these insects, you will probably, I'm going to say here, get sick. Now, I'm not even going to go to the bathroom thing, because once you bring that up, you got to take a whole bunch of sentences to explain that. I don't think you have enough time to do that. Now, let's see what we have now. Now, you can compare the paragraph that you wrote with the one that I have here and see. Let's see what the difference is. So we are now at 108 words. Now, let's look at it one more time. Cleanliness is an important quality in a good roommate. Everyone wants to have a roommate who vacuums the carpet, maintains clean bathrooms, and keeps a common living spaces sanitary and orderly. Now, this is the last area. I finish with the common living spaces because then the example relates to that. Then I say, for example, or for instance, if your roommate eats a hamburger and French fries, and leaves the uneaten food and used wrappers on the table, ants and flies will invade your home to feast on the garbage. Pretty soon, these insects will find their way into your pantry to eat your sugar, cereal, and other sweetened packaged foods, thereby creating unsanitary conditions. In fact, because of all the bacteria and germs from these insects, you'll probably get sick. And this is all because you are living with an unclean roommate. Okay, I think that's good. I think we have it. Alright, so you see the difference? Now, what you want to pay attention to is your vocabulary. I'm not even using college level vocabulary here, but I am using specific vocabulary and precise words. You notice how I say vacuums the carpet. I say maintains clean bathrooms. This is a good word. Keeps a common living spaces sanitary and orderly. And then when you talk about food, I use the word hamburger and French fries. I refer to it again as uneaten food, used wrappers. Instead of insects, I say ants and flies will invade your home to feast in the garbage. And then I talk about how they can get into your pantry and so on. So that's one thing that you want to do a little bit better, is try to be more specific in the vocabulary words you're using. It really helps to heighten, I think, the quality of your writing, and it certainly makes your argument stronger. Right? So, and I think that's all we have time to do right now. So I wanted to show you at least what you could do to improve one of your paragraphs. Overall, you understand more or less how to organize your writing, right? Okay, so I developed this particular paragraph here, right? Now look at the length of my paragraph compared to the one that you wrote in your next paragraph. You say, having a roommate should be honest at least, but you don't really spend much time developing that idea, right? You also have some word choice issues. So what is your score now? I'm going to go to the actual independent rubrics that the IBT TOEFL uses to score this kind of practice test, and you have a possibility of getting a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and then you have a 1. I think you fit in the 2 area, the low 2. If you look at the explanation here, it says inappropriate or insufficient exemplifications, explanations, or details to support or illustrate generalizations in response to a task. You see what I'm saying? And you remember in your writing, with the paragraph that I edited, remember after that first particular sentence here, you said everyone wants to have a clean roommate, but I changed that to vacuums the carpet, maintains clean bathrooms, and keeps the common living spaces orderly and sanitary. So you're not really doing that. You're not very specific after your topic sentence. You kind of use more general ideas throughout your paragraph. And that's why I'm putting you into the 2 range here. Now also, you have a noticeably inappropriate choice of words or word forms. You have to get a little bit better command over your vocabulary. You have an accumulation of errors in sentence structure and or usage. So for you, I think if you go to my online course, let me give you some things that I think are going to be helpful for you. Let's take a look at my website for a minute. I think the grammar part of my course, I'm going to recommend that you start doing practice exercises here. The first thing you want to do is to take my grammar diagnostic pretest. Remember, grammar is the 3rd section of my course, and then start going through all these lessons. Remember how you were having trouble with adjective clauses? Guess what? Go to lesson number 6, adjective clauses. You can learn more about how to form these dependent clauses. So go through those lessons. But that's not going to be enough for you. Another recommendation here is go to step 1, the vocabulary part of my course. You also need better command of the language. That might be why you're using mostly general, kind of non-specific type vocabulary, because that's all you know. Maybe when you talk about insects, you might not even know the word ant or the word flies, or you couldn't at least come up with it during the test. So I think your first step here is to improve your basic vocabulary first. That's vocabulary lesson 3. Do that first. It's got about 20 chapters. I have listening, grammar, reading exercises. This will really help you to begin expanding your vocabulary more than it is. Lesson number 4, 5, and 6. This increases your vocabulary to 1,700 college-level words, but I don't recommend you do these lessons until you've done 3. Once you learn these words, then you can move on to the more difficult words. I'm telling you, it'll have a big impact on your language use. It really will. So overall, I think that if you do my suggestions, it'll take you probably about 60 to 90 days, but you got to be very, very methodic. A teacher's not going to make you do this. Nobody's going to oversee it. If you want to improve your language use and your vocabulary, you will do it. And if you don't do this, you're going to be the same. You're going to find out you'll not have good vocabulary when you get into the university. But I'm showing you right now exactly what you can do to get better. Right? So keep that in mind. Now the next thing is we need to take a look at what your score is. And you can look at the sample. I have a sample essay from an international student who answered this question. You can look at that, right? Remember that I put you in the 2 range. So 2.0 out of 4, this is kind of where I'm putting you right now. This is going to put you at 75% on this assignment. All right?